If you don't like the fruit in your life, stop blaming the fruit. Check the root. Because fruit is automatic. Root is decisive. I'm Christian Sisson, founder of NewMeFy.com, an online space where you discover your purpose, become the new you, and start in your life. And I rebuilt myself many, many times, coming out of depression, addictions, and total collapse. And in the process, I've cracked the code of purpose. This is what you're going to find in this YouTube channel. Keep watching. When life isn't working, people try to fix it, adjusting the outcomes. They try it with more discipline, more effort, new goals, different strategies, even more prayer. But the results keep repeating. Same financial patterns, same broken relationships, same broken spirit, same burnout. Yeah, the fruit keeps reproducing itself. So what is the fruit? Fruit is what people see. Everything that is publicly visible. Your habits, the words that come out of your mouth, your relationships, your financial patterns, your consistency, or the lack of thereof, your emotional reactions. Whatever the case is, fruits are not accidents. Patterns are not accidents. They are evidence. The evidence of a root. The fruit is not the source. The real source is the root. And the root is identity. So if you don't like the fruit in your life, check the root beneath it. What do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about God? What do you believe you deserve? What do you believe is possible in life? What do you believe you can sustain? The need to stay consistent with who we believe we are is the strongest force in the human personality. So whatever your identity says, your life will eventually prove it. You cannot outperform your identity long-term. This is why people relapse into old patterns. Not because they lack the desire to change, because they never changed the root. The natural order God established from the beginning is very simple. Be, do, have. Being is the capital seed of everything. It is the root. Although we do many things as humans, we are not human doings, we are human beings. If you believe you can't be, you won't do it. And if you won't do it, you won't have it. Be small, do small, have small. Be little, do little, have little. Be big, do big, have big. Everything you do and everything you have, even the way you think, comes from your being. So why do people avoid root work? It's easy to understand. Root work is uncomfortable. It requires intention and energy. Fruit adjustment feels productive. Root adjustment feels exposing. Fruit change looks like new planner, new routine, new affirmations. But the root change looks like, who am I really? Who was I born to become? What do I actually believe? What lies am I still agreeing with? That is a big one. Root work threatens the ego, but fruit work preserves image. That's why people choose it. This is where it connects to purpose. You cannot step into your calling if your root identity contradicts it. You can affirm whatever you want, but if your root says the opposite, you will shrink to the size of your root. Motivation, passion, affirmations, none of this sustain a mission. A mission is only sustained by rooted identity and also faithfulness, obedience, and loyalty. Healthy root, stable fruit. Stable fruit, credible mission. So old me, new NEWMEFY, I would say old me tries to fix everything by working on the fruit. Look, if the fruit of your life is apples, but you want blueberries, you can try anything. Spray blueberry perfume in the apple, paint it like a blueberry, try to bend its shape to look like a blueberry. But if the root is still an apple tree, your life will produce apples. And now you just burned yourself trying to make blueberries out of apples. But the new me knows, once I change the root, your fruit can grow. True identity first, life follows. Here's something simple you can do. Write down one fruit in your life that frustrates you. I'm talking about a pattern, not a one-off, a pattern. Then ask yourself, what belief must exist at the root for this fruit to keep appearing? And finally, what will have to change at the root for a different fruit to grow? See what comes out. If something in you knows you're not living the life you were born for because your life keeps producing the same fruit, keep watching. These teachings will pull you out of your old self into the new you on purpose. Subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment with your takeaway. Till the next video. Signing off.